Our story begins on board the spaceship Scholastica, a purely educational vessel staffed by the finest minds in the university. On this ship, graduate students lived and learned. Yes, I know this is a spaceship, but this spaceship has a lovely tree-lined quad where the students can frolic and play at will, okay? Now, where was I? Oh yeah. On this ship, graduate students lived and learned, clients all had cuddly stuffed animals, and all therapy was an unqualified success.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Good. Good. Good.
Great.
Great.
Excellent. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
Life on board Scholastica was peaceful, happy, and calm.
Hi, Sally. Would you like to do some reading?
Yeah.
I have a favorite book.
But one day, a stranger arrived. By all outward appearances, he was nothing more than a simple garden-variety speech-language pathologist and mild-mannered university instructor.
Good afternoon, class. I brought in a special lecture today. I think you'll find it very interesting.
But underneath, he harbored a deep, dark secret. Secretly, he commanded a group of evil alien overlords who arrived en masse in menacing-looking spaceships. The aliens quickly took control and banished the graduate students to the basement. Yes, I know this is a spaceship, but this spaceship has a basement, all right? The graduate students were shocked and scared.
Today's Friday, October 13th.
I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end.
I feel sick.
But I'm scared to death. I'm so scared.
I'm scared.
Oh, don't be scared.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Can't someone help me?
The aliens did everything they could to make life in the basement miserable. They put students into tiny, dark rooms with outdated materials and technology. They made sure that the kitchen was never cleaned and that it lacked even the barest of necessities. They even trained stuffed animals to wrap themselves around the students' necks to slowly strangle them. The graduate students simply did not know which way to turn. Everywhere the students looked, they saw eyes and ears, and they soon learned that this was the raw machinery by which the aliens maintained round-the-clock surveillance. No place in the basement was safe from the evil aliens' ubiquitous technology. The graduate students realized that they had to act, and act quickly, to regain the upper hand. Meetings were held. The students learned that among their ranks were Jedi Knights, Fairy Princesses, and Mickey Mouse. As these leaders emerged, they soon transformed the ship into Battlestar Scholastica. The quick-witted students hit the books, using their top-notch research skills to learn all they could about the aliens, their anatomy, their physiology, their means of transportation, and most importantly, their plan. Oh, and they also discovered that if you push this little red button, then missiles fire and blow up the alien spaceships. And that's pretty cool. Data were gathered and presented. Reports were broadcast. PowerPoint presentations were prepared, and the great alien vulnerability was revealed. The aliens cannot tolerate the speaking of words by mystical or magical creatures. So the race began, with the mission clear.
Our people need us now.
Go forth and conquer.
Let's do it.
The crew began a rigorous regimen of training exercises designed to prepare them for the coming task.
E-ah, 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 E-ah.
Once the students were all in tip-top condition, therapy began with all mystical or magical creatures. They started with their magically innocent children, but that attempt was not a success.
Scarlett, get that thing out of your mouth.
Early trials with the mystical Wookiee Chewbacca were similarly disappointing.
Good morning, Chewie. How are you? I'm going to say Yoda, and then you say Yoda after I say it. So, Yoda. Let's try one more time, Chewie. Yoda. So let's try one more time, Chewie. Yoda.
Tensions ran high, and time ran low. Their last hope for independent word production rested here, squarely on the shoulders of this, actually, I have no idea what this is, but it sure looks magical. Therapy began with Princess Leia.
What kind of creature is Wicket?
It worked. The effect on the evil alien overlord was immediate. And the graduate students soon emerged from the basement back into the light. Yes, I know this is a spaceship, but this ship has lights on board that look just like bright sunlight. Jeez. Everybody danced and sang. And the spaceship Scholastica survived. To this day, it continues its ongoing mission to foster excellent education, administer quality clinical instruction, and train the finest speech-language pathologists in the land. And whenever evil alien overlords appear, the graduate students stand ever ready and ever willing to transform the ship back into Battlestar Scholastica.